Of course, you know this means war. Y'all remember that? Who used to say that? Put it in the comments. But yeah, that's what this is. I done seen Joe Budden has responded to Corey Holcomb. Hold on, let me check my angles right quick. Sound like an IG daddy. This shouldn't be up here. Hold on. Anyway, um, the fire's been lit, ladies and gentlemen. These, this, this drama seems to have no signs of slowing down. It's only going to pick up. I seen the homie Craig Smith. He has joined in the fray. I mean, he was cracking jokes when it, he had a few side jokes when it popped off and all of that. But he made a whole video where he was roasting Joe Budden. But yeah, this Joe Budden Corey Holcomb jump off. Oh, hold on. I forgot my manners. Welcome to the nation, y'all. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, Mr. Monster Man Rocco. I'm your host. I'm your tour guide. I'm your president. I'm the king round here. I'm the king round here. The landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. Rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe. Got a hype. They got a hype button. I didn't even see the hype button, but I heard about the hype button. You gotta hype it. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks, super chat, or Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. Cash App tag will be in the description after the video. I ain't have time to put it in before the video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was trying to reach out to y'all within this window of time right here. So, I was a little disheveled, a little caught up. But yeah, yeah, so yeah, what, did I forget anything? Oh yeah, you gotta spell stuff right when you're in here, when you're writing on the walls, aka doing graffiti, aka leaving comments. You know what I'm saying, in the nation. This is Monster Nation. We are a hip hop nation. So we appreciate all of the writings on the walls. And you can misspell everything you want except for my name. The names of our dignitaries. Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. You understand what I'm saying? It's A's and H's, no E's and R's. Right? It's monster, not monster. It's a A, no E and R. It's ROCK. K is 1,000. I need all my thousands. You know what I'm saying? If you're a crit, you get a pass. But throw a little cuz or a little cuh in the comments so I know who you are. And if you don't want to, out yourself like that, then just how about you spell it right? How about that? Yeah, and it's all for for search engines and marketing and promotion. We need everything to be uniform. So when a person goes, so when a tourist here in the nation takes that information someplace else, they what I'm saying, they spreading the gospel. They doing it correctly. You understand? So oh yeah, and it's BCC, not BBC. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Rest of y'all, we are pause practitioners. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We playfully practice the pause procedures. Why you ain't tell me I had some in my goatee. Playfully practice the pausery profusely. I mean, we got that life. I personally pause things that are heterosexual too. If I run into my homegirl out of the blue and I'm like, yo, I ain't see you in mad long. And she be like, mad long. I wouldn't be wrong for throwing the pause in there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So yeah, back to all of this. Joe Budden said that Corey Holcomb somehow he called him quite a few names. He said he wasn't strong enough, big enough, fast enough for he wasn't equipped to fight, to do what he's doing. He's pointed out the fact that he turned down the fade with Anton Daniels and all of that, so on and so forth. I think the highlight of Joe Budden's rant was when he said that Corey was He looked ashy and somehow still wet. I thought that was hilarious. You know what I mean? But this doesn't. Neither one of these two teams seem like the type of people who are going to put in extra effort and to go pull up, drop a location, and you know what I'm saying, and get active in that manner. So I guess this is all entertainment. I don't know, but yeah, what was it? Let me see. Let me see something right quick. Let's see. Let's see. Wait a second. Let's check out some of this.
Nigga, Corey Holcomb, your fall from disgrace has been one that should be studied, from kind of funny to kind of bummy to I'm just the dummy. You over this.
That's the advantage when you're beefing with a rapper, because when we get in our bag, raps they just jump out accidentally, and jokes that rhyme are just inherently more funny sometimes. Sometimes.
Struggling. You look a sandwich away from welfare. You dusty dog shit in the face looking motherfucker, boy.
Right. That's the type of energy he was coming with. Craig came with this kind of energy.
Corey Holcomb, I can't believe that you are engaging this way when you fight that way. Your co-host look bad, not the woman. I'm not talking about
Wait a
her.
second.
Damn it, Joe Budden. You didn't beat on more women than Clarissa Shields. You the quote. Hey, Joe, we changed and pump it up to uppercut. I came to hit a girl on Valentine's Day. My uppercut never gonna be on Valentine's Day. It's always on time and it's never rebellious. You got too many emotional problems to be fucking with me, man. I'm a humble, sound thinking, everyday man. You a head case, Joe. You the type of nigga to hoop and foul with your mouth. I ain't no bitch, man. I'm just saying that. I ain't no bitch, man. Shut your weird ass up, nigga. Go pop a Percocet and prank call Joe Rogan. Uppercut. I had the better numbers, man. Fuck Spotify. And Mark Jamal Lamont here, whatever your name is. Ain't you a Nuwapian nigga? Ain't your leader in jail for building illegal pyramids and touching on children, nigga? Oh, hold on, man. We waiting on this. We waiting on the spaceship to free our leaders, man. I'm gonna do Joe Budden until the end.
Yeah, Craig Smith is a wild boy. Like, there's a show on I don't think they got no new episodes. I discovered this show during the pandemic, and I discovered a whole bunch of stuff during the pandemic, right? But Craig Facts, Craig Smith was among one of the. It was a whole network of comedians. It was an all deaf digital. It was like, I don't know. I think it was like a spin-off, a subsidiary, an arm, a pinky of Def Jam or whatever, and all deaf comedy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was a gang of them on there, and they wild funny. And a lot of the funny dudes, the funniest dudes from that network, they had real funny, clean humor. Like that's where I found Tony Baker among that. You know what I'm saying? Another one of my favorite comedians. Kevin on Stage, just that Patrick Cloud, all of those dudes, like that whole network, all of them have branched off and they doing a bunch of other wild things. But they had this show on there called Roast Me, where it was like classroom style. The studio set up like a classroom. There's a teacher, a blackboard, and niggas just come in there and roast each other. And Kev was Craig was probably the funniest one on. He definitely top three, if not the funniest one. He definitely top three funny on that show. So that's not somebody you really want smoke with, joking. You know what I'm saying? Like, if if you ain't going, you don't really want to be ranking on that nigga. But I would say to them, I mean, Joe Budden won't be. I don't think Joe Budden will be making any records anytime soon. But if he decides to make a record on niggas, that if it's a good record, it could live in infamy for forever. You know what I'm saying? And probably longer than you smoking Joe Budden might last right now. Because I mean, right now, in case y'all don't know, there's some wild shit going on over in battle rap where one of my little bros, Mickey Fax, is out here cooking one of the top tier battle rappers. His name is A Verb. He's a legend. He's very good. And Mickey Fax is cooking him with songs that will probably live forever. And I don't know. Some battle songs, some diss tracks live forever. Not all of them, but some these. This is a masterclass that's happening over here. Even if they not popping forever, they will serve as education. You understand what I'm saying? You'll be able to learn somebody something. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know what I just remembered? Craig Smith actually raps as well. He does rap. You know what I'm saying? But Mick, I still got Mickey on my mind. Pause. But Joe Budden is an extremely gifted rapper. Way more gifted than people give him credit. You know what I'm saying? People always talk about the pump it up. Do me a favor, next time Pump It Up comes on in a club, because they still play it in clubs. Next time it come on in the club, listen to it. Someone was rapping on that song. You understand what I'm saying? Even though it was all, even though it was a party, someone was rapping. He was rapping. That song is a banger. But anyway, the disrespect is flying back and forth, and this ain't like this. This ain't none of these niggas throwing no light jabs either. You understand what I'm saying? These niggas are saying wow things to each other, and that's why I try not to engage in the disrespect, because I don't know if I'm mature enough to listen to people say all of these immature things about me, because it's funny. It's like they're mature and immature at the same time, almost. Because snapping, I mean, the niggas will snap into their old age, but that's what niggas did as children. You know what I'm saying? It's oxymoron. Conundrum. But how y'all feel about the situation? Who y'all feel is in the right? I'm a fan of all of the people that I just now talked about. You know what I'm saying? So, I would, I mean, it's entertaining and all of that. I'm glad. I mean, I don't believe that this will turn into any real life smoke, and for that, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? We could just, use it as, we could treat it like classroom cutting. You know what I mean? But if I had to, if I had to choose between who I would lean more towards in the argument, removing my rapper's bias, because like I said, I'm a fan of all three individuals. You know what I'm saying? I would say Corey. I mean, the video came out. People gonna have certain people are gonna have opinions on things. You know what I'm saying? This is he's in the business. He does this. He told a story already. You know what I'm saying? As the video come out, we all know what happened when people see the video. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the case with R. Kelly. Well, niggas saw the video and swept it under. When niggas saw the documentary, it got dark for R, if I'm remembering correctly. But remember Puffy? Niggas saw the Cassie video, dark. So yeah, with Corey, that video came out. He know niggas is gonna be talking. You know what I'm saying? For him to be selective of Joe, you know what I'm saying? On some, I know you not talking. I get it. I understand the sentiment right there. But who better to tell you about? I mean, people be like, yo, let me just say, I disagree with the whole you failed, so you can't tell me about life. Or you used to do crime, so you can't tell me not to do crime. What do you mean? I'm the best person to tell you not to do crime. You know what I'm saying? If I was an ex-barber, does that mean that I can't tell you how to cut hair? I used to be a master barber. I wasn't really a master barber, but I'm just saying, you don't lose your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The person who made a lot of mistakes got first-hand information. That's why the kids listen to their friends and not their parents. Because they feel like their friends is doing the same you understand what I'm saying? It's their homeboy that took them to their first robbery or that gave them their first bomb to pull, to push. They feel like, oh, he doing this. He's doing this. He did this. So, if you consider, yeah, Joe Budden has done some things, he made some mistakes, you know what I'm saying, whatever with his past relationships, or anybody who has, we may have insider information on a thing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the thing may be. I remember one time, a few months ago, probably a year ago now, I was in my living room in Arizona. We talking, having regular conversation, having commentary on a particular topic. And I slipped up and said I used to rob people. And my daughter looked at me and said, "You used to rob people?" I was like, "Like, Daddy, you used to rob people?" Oh, I don't know. I don't think I like the way that felt. You know what I'm saying? But I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to let her know times was different. You know what I'm saying? She ain't growing up in times like we grew up. But anyway, I say this to say I got every right to tell her not to do no dirt. Why not? Be out here robbing people, baby girl? Hell no. So by Corey selecting, like a whole bunch of people, everybody was going to talk about it, but he picks out Joe Budden because he already, I feel like that's, the amount of vitriol that he attacked Joe Budden, I feel like that wasn't just born there. He already had it. Have they been going back and forth prior to this? Does anybody know that? Is anybody aware of that? That would be helpful. But as it stands on this isolated incident, to me, it seems like, Corey didn't have to select Joe. You know what I'm saying? Out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Did he wild out on anybody else? If I'm citizens, please correct me wherever I'm wrong. Let me know, because my research is subpar when it comes down to gossip. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just here to lighten soften the blow. I'm not here to kick none of the individuals while they're down. I'm just here to spread a little light on, it ain't so bad. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he might have tripped, but let's pull it together, peoples. Anyway, how long we been here? 19 minutes. If you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 peace signs. Rock on, rock on.